I'm talking to you from Nice, and I have my show in New York. I'm very pleased. It's a problem of ego. You can't get rid of ego. Ego is everywhere. And I'd like to say, I was in New York a long time ago in '67. I don't remember exactly because I'm losing my memory. But I would like to say, it's always the same thing. That's why I wrote Art Bores Me. Because art is always the same thing. Just look at me, look at me, look at me. It's all just a question of ego. But if you think that's because he's an egoist, it's wrong. It's everybody's an egoist. The biggest, the smallest of artists, we are just made out of ego. And sometimes we produce, sometimes we don't. And that's why I think we have to try to get rid of ego, and that's impossible. And as we can't get rid of ego, we just assume it, and that's what Andy did, that's what everybody did, that's what Fluxus tried to get rid of ego, but Fluxus never got rid of ego. Ego was always there. So what can I say? I have most likely my dealer has a big ego too. His name is David and Vicky, and they are friends because I knew them when they were young in Nice. And so now he wants to show you in New York with his ego, the art of the egos of Nice and of France. So that's okay. But did we bring something new? Maybe, because the ego to exist has to discover something new. He must say, this is me. Armand says, this is me accumulating. He says, this is me abstraction. Yves Klein says, this is me blue. Everybody says, this is me, this is me, this is me. If we only could say, I don't exist, but that doesn't exist. We cannot not exist, because we always have to bring things back to ourselves, one way or another. If you take a line time, here you have, let's say, Impressionism, here you have abstraction, here comes Kandinsky, here comes Marcel Duchamp, here comes John Cage. And each time it's a kind of being brainwashed. I got a brainwashed Duchamp brainwash, and then we have a John Cage brainwash. He says life is music, everything turns into art in a way. Then we have Feel You, George Brecht. I love George Brecht. I came to New York a long time ago just to meet George Brecht, because George Brecht had invented events. Events is a thing, just blink or smile or drink a glass of water. That's enough. And then what did I do? I tried to bring in truth. Truth was to tell people the truth is art. So what is truth? The truth is, please look at me. The truth is, this measures only 2 square meters. The truth is, this weighs 2 kilos 300. The truth is, I do art for glory. So the truth is glory. Then we find out that Andy worked on glory a lot. So today most artists have to work on one matter, which is ego. The matter they work with is ego and fame. Because they want fame, they're not hiding anymore, like the artists in the long time ago who used to say, I do that for God, I don't care, myself doesn't exist, I don't care, my ego doesn't exist. No, everybody today recognizes that ego is the only thing remaining in art. So we have to break it up. We cannot break it up. It's impossible to break it up. So give up art. So that's one, become a postman, do something else. That's why I don't know what to do. That's also art. Art bores me. That's also art. To be the first one to say I don't want to do art is art. Not to do art is art. Everything is art. So it's, in a way, we get an indigestion. And I'm in an indigestion period. That's because maybe I'm 75, I'm getting old. But I like energy still, and I like things happening. And I think lots of things are happening today. So what's happening in New York today is my young friend David Fari is doing a good job trying to show you that we in Nice, a whole bunch of it. You know, in Nice there was Fluxus with George Brecht and Feel You. There was Sisyphus with Viala and all that bunch. There was many more things in Nice than people think happened, because everybody thinks it's Paris, 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 Paris. But Paris is just a big mess. When in Nice we had lots of creations too at the same time. I'm not here to talk my hat off, but I don't even have a hat. I see a hat, I'll go and get it. So, I'm not going to talk my hat off. That's enough. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, Ben.